in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus. Children of Primus.
And we are live.
We are. It's unusual to do this face to face like this.
This is true.
Yeah. The last time, and on the same screen too.
That's true. Well, it's still figuring out all the little technical things because at least want to make sure it's up and running before we jump into it on Saturday, and then figure out I'm missing something or something's not quite working.
Yeah. We're moving fast and breaking things.
That's it. Whereas I've said in some other situations, moving quickly in reverse. But it's Children of Primus. We're live at Toronto, TFCON Toronto 2026. Myself, Spin, and Fear of Courage sitting next to me.
Yep. And many dealer friends in front of us and behind us and around us and adjacent to us.
This is correct. And and tomorrow and Sunday we'll do a bit of walk through and everything. So since everyone's setting up and there's all sorts of exclusives, we're gonna have to keep that under wraps for now.
Yeah. Today is. If you're here today, the dealer stuff is not open to the public. It's just panels and things, unless you are a dealer, in which case it is open to you.
This is correct.
It's a thing that happens every year because I tend to be here before everyone else because I'm an eager beaver like that. So I just I'll pick up everyone's passes and I'll just walk around with like a ton of passes around my neck, and I'll be like, so these effects stack, right? I can just go anywhere.
Yeah.
On a Discord server I'm on, I posted that I had 6 dealer passes, and they were like, 6 dealer would make a good name for a transformer.
That's it. You know what? Next year, just come in a 6-shot kind of outfit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's 6 dealer.
Yeah, like if I was selling from the booth.
That's it. Although I mean there are a few sellers. They kind of operate on the mercenary 6 dealer type of mindset.
Yeah. If anybody out there's coming to my booth, I will cut deals. I'm in it for love of the game.
Exactly. So
Huh? Oh yeah, sure. Just don't knock any of it over.
crash.
Yeah. Well, if you do knock it over, put it back up. How about that? Logistics management.
There you go. Live behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So I guess we should let them know, since this is the pre-show, TFCON Toronto. I believe this is like their 25th or 26th year.
God.
Or more than that.
Yeah. They when did they start? It's a little nebulous.
Because I remember when Colin sat down with us a few years ago, and he said, he started him and his friend in the garage like a couple decades ago, and now it's annual Toronto, LA.
International.
But yeah, it is international.
And like there a certain degree of tickets here are sold out. Like like the weekend passes are sold out. Saturday they're like, you can show up at noon, but you might not get in depending on how many people are here.
Yeah.
So it's going to be busy.
It's going. I mean, busy is a good thing.
Yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine who wanted to purchase some art books from Alex Milne, and they were like, wow, I can't get in Saturday. Maybe I'll go Sunday, but they might be sold out by then. So they just sent me cash to pick them up for them tomorrow.
Wow. You know what? That's exactly it. If you're not able to make it and you know someone who will be here, try to connect with them to get whatever you're looking for. But it's difficult because once the door is open, there's a lot happening inside and outside of the main selling areas.
Yeah, I'm always in a tough position as a dealer because I always try to stress to people that are coming here, don't just shop, go see the panels. That's such an interesting part of this, and it's easy to get caught up in the marketplace.
Yes.
I myself am a bit limited in the panels I can go to because I have to mind my table. I've got wonderful friends that do cover me, so I do see some of them. But yeah, if you're just here as a guest, don't just be out here. Be over there. We got a lot of interesting things happening this year.
Yes. And you know what? I will apologize to, our collective and the viewers and everything, because we were going to do the pre-show last Sunday, and almost 15 minutes before the stream was about to start, my computer was just like, yeah, I'm on strike. So you're just going to have to rebuild me after.
I had a fun little conversation with Sheba Kobe on our Children of Primus Discord.
Okay.
Because Sheba Kobe was like, what happened? And I was like, oh, we had computer problems. And Sheba Kobe was like, wow, more than one of you? And I was like, no, listen. When Spin has computer problems, we all have computer problems.
There you go. But quickly, quote unquote, quickly recovered, because that's also my work computer. So, fortunately for these events, I'm using my DJ computer. So I've configured it that now we can do events. Speaking of, and I mean, we're not going to call out the competition while we're here, but a certain event happening end of January that we were at earlier this year is happening again end of January of 2027. So it's we'll be set up and now that we're like all over the place, we like to call this now our space bridge. So the space bridge is now appearing at TFCON Toronto for the month of July.
Yeah. And I think of my crazy multi-hour streamathon at the other place.
Yes.
Looking forward to doing one of those again, I guess.
Yep. Oh, definitely. And another thing that we wanted to do on the last stream was congratulate you for 300 reviews.
Oh yeah, that is a thing that happened. 301 now as of this morning, but because I just keep going.
That's a lot of reviews.
Yeah, it started on this site in 2020, and I've just been tallying what's been on this site, and that's what we're at apparently. And I'm like, Jesus, I wrote so many words about robots.
That's almost a review a day for a year.
Yeah, it's definitely like there's a period there where I was posting 2 a week because I was also resurfacing reviews that I did on a previous website that no longer exists, unfortunately, but they were nice enough to make sure I had all my stuff.
Yes.
So,
and that was cool. Again, that's we'll get into more details when we're not in the middle of TFCon in terms of the history and everything that led to those reviews being resurfaced and everything connecting.
Oh, it does kind of, because it
does.
all started here.
It does.
Yeah.
It started here, and I mean between Mr. O and a friend of ours, they were talking, and then that friend said, "Hey, I've got Fear of Courage, and you guys are doing stuff.
Yeah, but
let's all connect."
It goes even further than that. The initial connection that started me on the other site also happened here years before that.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's a whole complicated little tangled web.
You know what? That's almost like a Marvel storyline with because we're looking at one side of the story and how the backstories and everything all connect. Meanwhile, there's a whole other individual, and it's like he's connecting all these other backstories, and now here we are today.
The terrible Madam Web movie had the slogan, "Her web connects us all."
It's true. You never know who knows who and how it works out. So another thing that I wanted to bring up, and we did it last year before the stream, is things the do's and don'ts for TFCon, for any toy convention, and really any convention in general. And I guess since it's summer, there's a lot of toy conventions happening in all the other parts of the world.
Yeah, it feels like there's one every 2 weeks.
Yeah, and so a lot of people have been jumping on to do's and don't do's at conventions. So what's funny is one that popped up was hygiene, and it's one of those where it's just like someone would be like, "Oh, we're scared to talk about it," and I'm like, "But it just everyone deals with it."
Yeah, I give a little bit of grace here because it's going to be hot and sweaty in this building. But please, when you're done for the day, I'm gonna I'm gonna take a shower. I tell you what,
Yeah,
and pack lots of deodorant with you because it's gonna get moist.
exactly. Moist is just a funny word.
Yeah, by the way, shout out to these neck fans.
Yes.
If you can get one, get one. It's the next level of keeping you cool.
Yeah, like the wife and I, we have a pair, so we're charging it up tonight to bring for the weekend.
Yeah.
So we did hygiene, but then as you say with packing, pack snacks.
Yeah, let me tell you what I do, and I did this before I was a dealer, but it still served me well as a dealer. I make what I call con chow,
Okay.
and what I do is I take a bunch of fresh vegetables. I take some usually carrots, cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, maybe some peppers, and I chop them all up and I put them in Ziploc bags, and I just shovel those in my mouth over the course of the day.
Hey, it's healthy snacks,
Yeah.
and they're and some of those they're filled with water, so it's hydrating you as you're taking care of any hunger.
Yeah, it's because like I don't want to spend robot money on human food while I'm here, and also I don't want to eat garbage because I'll just feel terrible.
Exactly.
This was like I've been going to conventions as a fan for like a million years, so this is hard learned from experiences.
That's it. So we're giving you those tips ahead of time.
Yeah.
And it's funny in terms of of experiences. Then it just reminded me of another tip, and this is more so for vendors because last year there was an incident. So if you're a vendor at a toy convention, make sure you have a friend with you who can always keep an eye on your figures, items you're selling, and most importantly, have a set of eyes on the cash box.
Yeah, here's the thing with me, and this is another one that I learned from other people. I don't use a cash box. I just keep my cash on me.
Yes.
A mutual friend of ours that's been mentioned several times here once said to me, if they want my cash, they'll have to take my legs.
Exactly. Exactly. But it's and I mean, if you keep it on you, then that's good. But you still need an eye on the tables and everything. And what's cool is we kind of quote unquote have our Toys of Primus collective, and it's a bunch of us that yourself and other individuals, all toy sellers, but we all join all the tables together, and everyone watches out for everyone, which is a good thing. So even if someone needs to take a break, someone else can take over, and everyone's always got eyes on everyone's equipment, toys, everything.
Yeah, like I said at the top, some people are definitely going to cover me while I figure out what panels I want to go to. And a bunch of these guys want to go to the third-party panel, so I'm going to cover their stuff.
Nice.
I've never been one to go to that because they always put the slides up online like immediately after.
Okay.
But I can understand wanting to be in the place with the hype and whatnot.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And then, another thing I wanted to do last week was kind of give a quick rundown of what is going to be at TFCON in terms of guests. Yeah, so maybe if you able to pull it up on the phone. So if you are in the Toronto area, it's tfcon.ca. The tickets are sold out, so I think it's just at the door tickets.
Yeah, Sunday's still available. Sunday is a cheap ticket if you want to come by. It's only $25 to get in.
Nice.
So, like, the very first year I went to TFCon, I'm struggling to figure out what year it was, but I just went on the Sunday, and I had a great time.
Okay.
I remember, so I bought Reveal the Shield Jazz, and that figure came out in 2010, but it wasn't new, so it might have been 2011 or 2012 that I started.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a pretty good spread of people. For the G1 voice likers, we have Dan Gilvezan's here. He's the voice of Bumblebee originally. Wrote that book about it. Also did a few other voices: Hotspot, Skids, Snapdragon.
Okay.
For Beast era fans, David Kay is here, who of course voiced Beast Wars Megatron. My wife was talking to me the other day, and she forgot his name, so she just called him Mr. Yes.
I was just as soon as you say Beast Wars Megatron, I'm like, yes, yes.
He also, if you're an animated fan, he did Optimus Prime himself in Transformers Animated a few years later.
Nice, okay.
Guy's got range.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to go by generation here. If you're a Unicron trilogy liker, they got Brent Miller here, who voiced Hotshot in Transformers Armada, Transformers Energon.
Okay.
You know, the kid appeal character.
Yep.
If you like Transformers, I gotta skip around. If you like Transformers Prime, they have James Horan, who voiced Wheeljack. He's
Okay.
here. If you're a fan of Cyberverse, they have I don't know how to say his last name. Dick Terhune. He did Prowl, Macadam, and the Quintesson Scientist. Sorry, Mac Adam.
Okay.
Mac Adam is one of those character names that was in comics for a long time, and then when they said it out loud in the show, I was like, that's how it's been said all along?
You know, it's funny you say that because there are words where if I've never heard anyone else pronounce that word, I can only go by how I pronounce it. And at a certain point, I'm like, is that how it's really pronounced? Because no one else uses this
Yeah.
word. And so I'll probably have to go on YouTube, find that subject. But then even then, you've got people that would they'll find two different ways for pronouncing that same word.
Yeah. I still need to run through some of these guests here. They got another Optimus Prime, Neil Kaplan, the Robots in Disguise 2001 anime guy.
Okay.
So if you got that HasLab, get it signed or something.
Good point.
Yeah. Richard Newman, another Beast Wars guy, is here. He did Rhinox in Beast Wars.
Okay.
And then he came back years later to voice Vector Prime in Transformers Cybertron. So, Beast Wars fans, Unicron Trilogy fans.
Nice. Okay.
This is an interesting one. Audio engineer Scott Brownlee, who created the voice of Soundwave.
Interesting. That is interesting.
Yeah. Treat your voice with Soundwave's processing. Will cost $50 if you want to do that.
Nice.
Yeah. Xavier Paul Cadeau, another Cyberverse person who voiced Dead End. I passed by his table. He has a bunch of action figures of Cyberverse Dead End there, presumably to sign for people.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, when we go into the creatives, we have Jim Sorensen, who's like one of the big fan lore knowers. He wrote a bunch of source books, the Allspark Almanacs, The Art of Transformers, The Ark. Yeah.
Okay.
Then we have one of the writers in Transformers Prime, Joseph Kerr.
Nice.
I know he's going to be doing a panel called How to Write a Transformers Prime Episode.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And then they got Marty Eisenberg, the showrunner on Transformers Animated.
Okay.
I understand he'll talk about some unproduced episodes here.
Nice.
And then last of all, we'll go into the guests. We have 3 notable Transformers comic artists. We have Andrew Griffin, who mostly did IDW's Transformers Robots in Disguise book.
Okay.
And we have Alex Milne of the award-winning Transformers More Than Meets the Eye series.
Okay.
He's selling art books here. My friend was like, you need to get that stuff for me.
Nice.
And then you have Livio Ramdelli, who did a bunch of different things. More Than Meets the Eye, Robots in Disguise, Transformers Galaxies. You probably know his art. He's the one where it always looks like a painting.
Okay. Yes.
A lot of covers and things, too. So that is the extensive list of guests here. It's quite the spread of people.
It is.
Yeah, and they're going to be doing panels and signings and whatnot all 2 days.
Okay. That's it's a lot of action, and I mean a lot of fun, and really, if you're coming as a fan or searching for figures, set your time out where it's like, put some time in searching, but definitely check out the panels and check out artists that way as well. Actually, a shout out to Richard, Rick Ray. He's in actually the main room this year, so he's not in Artist Alley, but he's in the main room. So and he's also going to be doing commissions on spot. So you find him and ask him for a commission.
Oh, there's Shockland. I just saw him pop up.
Ah, there we go. Yes, Ba Weep Grana Weep Nini Bon. Brothers and bots hope all is one at TFCON, and all is one.
I've been watching our dealer friends have very serious conversations about the ideal ways to place all their merchandise as they go.
Well, I mean, what's interesting is Oh, and Shockland says commercial will be ready by tomorrow. Excellent. You know, and we will be sharing that out and telling everyone to hang out with us either at TFCon, and if you're not able to come to TFCon, hang out with us during the stream because we'll be talking a lot, talking with guests, and then we'll also take a moment, have a camera walk through the dealer room and just check out everything. Just a nice tour.
I will be hopefully making sales over at my table, which is literally 1 foot away from the.
That's it.
I positioned myself there on purpose so I could be close to this.
Well, it's our collective, and our collective is growing all over the place. Which is very cool.
I agree. I already managed to make a couple of purchases because there's a table on the other side of this door that's selling stuff for crazy cheap.
Nice.
They're over there, so I can't put them in my hand, but that's fine. Transformers Devastation Optimus, the little deluxe based on the G1 video game that everybody knows.
Okay.
Somebody was selling him for like $20.
Oh.
And then Transformers Animated Ratchet just got a brand new figure.
Okay.
Somebody there was selling him for just $30, so I popped that in my pocket too.
Okay.
There was other stuff there at that table, but I was like, I need to sell things and make money before I buy anything else.
That's exactly it. It's and I mean, I may look for like one or two figures, but I think I'm at that point. Even if I don't buy anything, I'm totally fine because I just have fun doing this and just meeting new people.
Yeah, I wait till you see it on that walkthrough. The legendary Divorce Class Metroplex is here. Speaking of guests,
Right. Yes, we'll definitely have a camera. When it does a walkthrough, we'll be like, just take a look at that, and that Divorce Class Metroplex that's a divorce.
I'd say it's about the size of a 10-year-old, maybe.
Yes.
But much wider.
Yes. That's quite the figure.
Yeah, and they Chosen Prime, I think, always has those glass cases full of all the crazy third-party stuff and like Masterpiece Hasbro stuff.
Yes.
That's like going to the zoo for me.
It is. And some of them are just like they're quite. When you see that display, it's quite it's fantastic. Like, it's a beautiful display.
Yeah. In fact, there's a very important shout out that we'll probably have to give multiple times. Our friend Matt put us on to what was going on.
Was Shockland says he's not in the stream, so we'll be like, Magnus, I want a TFCon Toronto ticket.
They're rarer than gold apparently now.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So down at the very end of this, because we're just outside the dealer room next to where the windows are.
Yes.
At the very end of this dealer hall, there is a dealer selling a near-complete Japanese G1 collection, all mint in box, all in crazy good shape. And it is it was the collection of his friend who passed away, and all proceeds are going to, like, funeral and his family specifically.
Yep.
And even if you don't have the cash to afford any of those things, because Jesus, mint in box Japanese G1 stuff, it's something to look at. I've never seen a mint in box Brave Maximus before, but he's there.
Same here, and I mean, it's and even growing up in the G1 era, there are just figures that never hit the stores, or may have only hit like certain stores, like say in like Chinatown, or like exclusive shops, which a lot of those didn't exist back then. So it will be the first time seeing any of these figures that are like 40 years old.
Yeah, I got to see a HasLab Unicron a few years ago. Somebody's got a box one for sale over there.
Ooh, now how much are they selling that?
That's a good question. I should ask.
I mean, I'm guessing at least 2,000.
It wouldn't shock me. Because I'm like, you want to do some markup, and I remember back in the day, I was like, I know I can't afford this, but let me do all of the math just so I'm clear about how much I cannot afford this. And I was like, between shipping and taxes and all of these things, I was like, I think it's breaking 1,000 for a Unicron if I would have went in on him.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's about right.
Yeah. So 2K wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
And viewers, this is Canadian dollars after shipping and exchange and all that. So that's where all this extra stuff comes from.
And then actually, has anyone done a comparison of the HasLab Unicron to the Divorce Class Metroplex?
No, but they could hypothetically do so because they're both here. Well, that one's in box. They're probably not going to take them out.
That's true.
I wonder if that guy with his stroller will come back because that's how I encountered him a couple years ago.
Yes, I remember that. I mean, we did have that. We did have that recorded.
Yeah. Apparently over in TF Nation, the British TFCON equivalent, because I was saying that on the Discord server that there was some divorce class metroplexes here. Apparently, they brought one down to the pub as a guest for TF Nation.
That's funny.
It's like, it doesn't look old enough to drink. It's like this tall.
Well, you know what? It's big enough that if you're driving in one of those dedicated lanes,
The carpool
yeah,
lanes,
in the
yeah.
carpool lanes, have a divorce class metroplex sitting next to you.
Yeah.
But good luck.
Just imagine a guy getting pulled over and just looking in the window and seeing that, and then just slowly backing away, and
Yep.
just leaving.
So the Children of Primus does not endorse, buying a $2,000 Transformers to break the law.
It's a good way of putting it. Christ.
That is a very good way of putting it. So 5 minutes left as we do this test stream, and actually, if Shockland is still hanging out in the comments, how clear is the stream?
Yeah, how good is our audio?
Yeah, because audio is the key point, but it actually seems to be doing a lot better.
Sounds
than
good in
last
my
year.
ears.
Yes.
And we determined that we couldn't hear my fan if it was on the lowest setting. I was like, I'll turn it off if I got it, but I'm trying to live.
So we can stay cool. As we're watching, all sorts of setups still happening, which dealer room's not open, so a setup for dealers is until 8 p.m. this evening.
Yeah, it's been my experience in the past that you can go past that. They just got to set up the you just can't get back in once you leave.
Right. And I mean, really, you want to establish having everything set up, because trying to set up on the Saturday morning, what time do the doors open? I think
9.
They for dealers.
8.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, so imagine showing up at 8, trying to set up, and you have only an hour, and then a flood of people
Yeah.
come in.
I feel like I'm going to be here like 8:30 tomorrow because I'm going to get up at 7 and try to roll directly out of my bed into my car with as few steps as possible, and see how long it takes me.
Shockland says, I just shared this live stream to Facebook. Nice. Audio is slightly low, but still fine. So that's a good note to remember for tomorrow. So we'll make sure that we
Crank it to 11.
We'll crank it to 11. Cause the setup is slightly different, but we'll make it work. RJ in the comments says, "Hey guys, what's happening?" It's the quiet before the storm.
It sure is.
TFCON baby. And Shockland says, "I am here with you till you cut the feed, brothers." So we still got two minutes left, just under 2 minutes, as we just do our little pre-show before we get rested for the long weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Sorry, that's my brain misfiring. It's gonna happen a lot this weekend. There's such stimuli around me. Like I'm using that because I was walking through the dealer room a little bit to see what was there, and I was like, amazing how I had things I thought I was looking for, and then as soon as I get in there, I can't remember a single thing.
It's because just so much happens. And Shockland says, tried to close all of this weekend's live streams with the Megatron bio.
I don't know what that is, so I'm looking forward to seeing.
I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull it off, but we'll see. It's all sorts of things happening in the background, which I know, we spoke of something, so we're not going to publicly mention that yet.
You're like, we spoke of something, and I'm like, did we?
Well,
Oh, right, okay.
yes. We've spoken of many things.
Yeah.
So all sorts of cool things, and in order to facilitate a lot of those cool things, we are going to be taking a break for the summer. So we've got our stream here, which we've got about 30 seconds left for our Friday test stream. But we are here for about 3-4 hours tomorrow on Saturday, and about 3 hours for Sunday. and then we won't be doing any Sunday frenzies for a few weeks just to relax, but then to slowly put together some cool ideas and have that as our back to school type of release.
Yeah, that's probably because I realize I'm going to be away a few times in August.
Exactly. We all got stuff to do, so it's just easier. We just take a break from everything and then come back, in September with fresh ideas and all cool things we're working on in the background. So I think that is it for this evening. But TFCON Toronto, if you're in the Toronto area and you want to come by and you're able to come by, Mississauga, Hilton, Meadowvale, and it's tomorrow from early bird is 9 a.m., but it's 10 till 6.
Yeah, there's evening activities too, which I will.
Yes.
I'm going to try to do a Slurpee run this year.
Oh yes, the Slippery one.
Yeah, it's at 7:30. It's where you walk all the way down to the gas station and get a Slurpee and come back, and then lots of stuff happens along the way.
Okay.
Yeah, if I have the energy at that point, but I'd like to. It was fun last year.
Ooh, okay. Well, Shotgun says the sound got lower, but you know what? We'll work that all out. We'll work that all out for tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, the point is, nothing's on fire.
Exactly. So on that note, join us tomorrow and Sunday, and till all are one.
Till all are one. But for now, we are done. It's as clever as you're going to get out of me.
That's it. It's a note to myself. I'll bring my other mouse. And there we go.
All right.
We now return you to the Children of Primus.